Let me explain something to you. If you drive a V6 anything, Charger, Challenger, Durango, Jeep, and you see a police officer, you need to pull the hell over. You feel me? Pull the hell over. You have no business running from anybody. No business running from cops. No business running from problems. You have no business running, period. You pull over if you're in a V6. No disrespect to my V6 brothers and sisters. I started with a V6 rally package Charger and I loved it. It was fuel efficient, but that was about it. Here we got a blue Dodge Charger V6. I don't even know if it's a rally package. It might be just a SE. Decides that he's going to try to run from Arkansas State Police. You already know how this ends. Let's just go ahead and get into it. The most embarrassing police chase I've ever seen. Let's go ahead and get into it. Looks like a trooper doing what troopers do, hiding out, chilling. Looks like he's communicating with one of his boys. And now it's on. Now it's on. Look at that. Big blue Charger looks like a monster truck because, you know, they lift the V6s and RTs so much. Just take off. Just being stupid. All right. The only plus that I can give this guy is the fact that he stayed on the highway. Everything else was red flags. I mean, I'm assuming he had plenty of gas because it's a V6, obviously. He's getting 22 miles to the gallon. So he should have plenty of gas, okay? No power at all. As far as knowing where he was going, he was on the highway, so I'll give him that. But it's also because he was on the highway that he got caught because he's in a V6. Let's get into it. Yeah. And obviously the state trooper is in a 5.7. So 5.7 versus a 3.6 is not going to end well. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. This trooper was not making good decisions as far as driving is concerned. I mean, this trooper was, he was all over the place. You know what I'm saying? There were a lot of opportunities where he could have stayed on the road, but instead he decided to go to the side, you know, to the side of the road, damn near in the grass. But still, somehow or another, he caught this guy. So in any other Charger or Challenger, right? RT, Scat Pack, Hellcat, this race is about over at this point, or this chase is about over at this point, right? All of this straightaway, it should be a done deal, right? Not in the V6. It's still very much so a chase. Let's skip ahead a little bit. There's our guy right there. Caught up with him. When the trooper's doing 144, these V6s top out at 140, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. 140 on the dash. The V6 Pentastar 3.6 liter tops out. So this trooper is obviously going to catch his ass. Yep, he's already gaining on him. See, you can see he's gaining on him. The trooper's doing 133. I guarantee you this V6 is probably about 120, 125, something like that. Because it's going to be hard as hell for him to actually hit that 140 in a car that only does 140. On his ass. Yeah. On his ass. one thing you'll notice is that at any moment, the trooper could be in this guy's back seat. But it looks like he's holding back just for the sake of, you know, getting some clear area where he can hit him with the pit maneuver, right? We all know what the pit maneuver is. See? He could have hit him with the pit there. He didn't. I don't know why. Fatal mistake, fatal flaw. Stupid. Yep. Chase over with. Chase over with. Chase, you see a little bit of body right here. That trooper hot right there, boy. Came out with the Glock. That looks like a Glock 17. Looks like a light laser option right there, combination. Real nice.
I'm getting off the road exit now. Do you know if you went left on that? I gotta get.
Shout out to LHRN for that video. Arkansas State Police, Cody Martin, Trooper Cody Martin. Shout out to him. Getting this scumbag off the streets when you're 53 years old and still think you got it. So apparently that driver was not only in a V6, which was mistake number one. This guy was old enough to have grandkids that can watch him on YouTube now. 53 years old, and he's trying to run from Arkansas State Police. It doesn't work out because he's in the V6. Guys, let me explain something to you. I love my V6 brothers and sisters. My first car was a V6. It was a rally package, leather seats, sunroof, Beats audio, 20-inch rims. I even had sport mode. I don't know what the sport mode did, but it made me feel good about myself. And I used to lie. I used to tell people that my car was 310 horsepower, when in actuality, I think it was like 292 or maybe 300. But that 10 horsepower meant something to me. It was special. But regardless of that, guys, under no circumstances should a V6 be running from police in any capacity, okay? A lot of you guys will use the, when I talk about my 5.7 brothers and sisters, you'll talk and you'll say, well, my 5.7 is modded. I'm putting down 400 horsepower. I can take off on the trooper. Okay, I'll give you that, right? There are some 5.7, some RTs that can get away, right? And I don't doubt that one bit. Some of the loudest cars that I've heard, some of the loudest Mopars that I've heard happen to be 5.7s. You can do a lot with the 5.7 engine, no doubt. But a 3.6, you can't do nothing with that. Nothing at all. All right. 292 horsepower is just that. All right. You might be able to squeeze out 300. You might be able to squeeze out a louder exhaust by cutting the pipes, but that's about it, guys. All right. V6 Chargers and Challengers are for cruising and chilling, right? For looking good from a distance, but mostly cruising and chilling, which is exactly what I did in my V6. I love that car because, for one, it looked good from a distance. It was octane red. I had the 20-inch rims on it. You feel me? Blacked out tint, had the black stripe, obviously. But that's all that car did was cruise and chill, and I loved it for that. You don't need to be running from anybody in a 3.6 liter, right? Especially a highway patrol, because they got 5.7s. This is what they do. Under no circumstances should you be running from a trooper or a city cop, even a bike cop. If you see somebody on a bicycle, you need to go ahead and pull over as well, right? Because that's just not you. That's not what that car was designed for, okay? The suspension, the tires, the engine, nothing in that car was designed for high speed. If I'm not mistaken, my V6 topped out at 140. Numerous times in this video, we saw this cop hitting 144, 147 like it was easy. So the cop at all times was faster than this car that it was chasing. It was just a matter of when they were going to be able to get the pit off, right? At no point was this guy ever in jeopardy of losing this race or losing this chase, okay? This trooper had this guy all the way cold-blooded, cold X. So in short, one of the most embarrassing, one of the more embarrassing Mopar chases I've seen. If you're in a V6, just know that's not you. All right. Just take the L, take the ticket, move on with your day. All right. You got no business running. Even if you're on a highway and it's a full on sprint, that's not you. Because in no circumstances will a V6 win. Right? Whether you're on the back roads or whether you're on a highway getting up to high speeds, you're just not going to make it, guys. You know. But as always, I love my V6 brothers and sisters. Shout out to you. I started with a V6. I miss it. You know, every time I'm at the gas station, I got to put premium in my cat. I miss it. But we got to stay in our lanes and we got to know what our cars do and what our cars don't. Okay. Like, subscribe, comment. It's been your boy Knockout 360. Tell me if I'm tripping. Let me know if you guys out there, somebody out there has a V6 that's putting down 400 or 500 horsepower. If you point that out to me, I stand corrected. But aside from that, V6s, just chill. All right? Just take the L. Peace.